Hello and welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Ricky. On this channel, we explore Vedic astrology in a clear, grounded, and practical way without fear, exaggeration, or shortcuts. In the previous video, we discussed why the Lagna and the moon matter more than the sun sign. Today, we are taking the next step. In this video, I will explain how Vedic astrology actually works. This is one of the most important videos in this entire series. If you understand this structure, everything else will start to make sense. Vedic astrology is often misunderstood. Some people believe it is only about prediction. Others think it is about fate or destiny being fixed. Some see it as mystical or abstract. But Vedic astrology is at its core a system. It is structured, it is logical, and it is designed to understand patterns, not to remove choice. To understand how Vedic astrology works, we need to begin with one word: karma. Karma simply means action and consequence. It does not mean punishment. It does not mean reward. It means that actions, intentions, and choices create momentum over time. That momentum carries forward. Vedic astrology observes that momentum. Your birth chart does not cause events. This is extremely important to understand. The chart does not force anything to happen. Instead, it reflects tendencies, it reflects conditions, it reflects the environment into which you were born. Just like weather does not force you to act, but influences how you act, astrology works in a similar way. This is why Vedic astrology does not remove free will. Free will still exists, but free will operates within conditions. Some conditions are supportive, some require effort, some bring delay. Understanding conditions allows you to respond consciously instead of react unconsciously. Now let's talk about the birth chart itself. The birth chart is the foundation of Vedic astrology. It is calculated using your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth. Using this information, we calculate the exact positions of the planets at the moment you were born. The chart is a symbolic map of the sky at birth. This map does not change. What changes is how it unfolds over time. Astrology is not about static labels. It is about movement, cycles, and activation. The birth chart has three core building blocks: signs, houses, and planets. Everything in astrology is a combination of these three. If you understand this interaction, astrology becomes much clearer. Let's start with signs. There are 12 zodiac signs in Vedic astrology. Each sign represents a specific quality of energy. Some signs are active, some are receptive, some are stable, some are adaptable. Each sign has a temperament, a motivation, and a way of expressing energy. Signs do not act on their own. They describe how something behaves. They describe the style. They describe the approach. They describe expression. Signs are the tone of energy. Next, we have houses. Houses represent areas of life. There are 12 houses, and each corresponds to a specific life domain. The first house relates to identity and the body. The second relates to resources and values. The third to communication and effort. The fourth to home and emotional foundations. The fifth to creativity and joy. The sixth to work and challenges. The seventh to relationships. The eighth to transformation. The ninth to belief and meaning. The 10th to career and contribution, the 11th to gains and networks, the 12th to spirituality and release. Houses describe where life experiences occur. They show which parts of life are activated. They show where attention, effort, and experience are directed. Then we have planets. Planets are the active forces in the chart. They represent functions, they represent drives, they represent behavior. Planets are not physical causes, they are symbolic indicators of energy. For example, the moon represents the mind and emotional processing. Mars represents action and assertion. Venus represents connection and pleasure. Saturn represents responsibility and limitation. Each planet has a role. This leads to one of the most important principles in astrology. Planets show what is acting, signs show how it acts, houses show where it acts. This single framework explains most of astrology. Now let's bring karma back into this structure. Your chart shows karmic tendencies. It shows areas where energy flows easily. It shows areas that require effort. It shows repeating themes, but it does not dictate outcomes. Awareness changes how karma is expressed. Two people can have similar charts and live very different lives. The difference is awareness. Vedic astrology is a tool for awareness. It allows you to recognize patterns before they repeat unconsciously. Another important concept is planetary strength. Not all planets are equally strong in every chart. Some planets are well placed, some are weakened, some are challenged. Strength depends on placement, dignity, and condition. A strong planet tends to express its qualities smoothly. A challenged planet may express its qualities through effort or delay. This does not mean good or bad, it means ease versus growth. We also need to understand aspects. Planets influence each other through aspects. These are energetic connections. They show support, tension, and focus. Aspects explain why one area of life affects another. So far, we have discussed the static chart, but life is dynamic. This is where timing becomes essential. Vedic astrology uses timing systems to understand when different parts of the chart are activated. The most important of these systems is called dashas. Dashas divide life into planetary periods. Each period brings a different focus. When a planet's dasha is active, its themes come forward. If the planet is strong, the period may feel supportive. If the planet is challenged, the period may feel demanding. Dashas explain why life shifts direction. Another timing tool is transits. Transits show how current planetary movements interact with your chart. They act as triggers. They activate what already exists. Dashas show long-term cycles. Transits show short-term influences. Together, they explain timing. This is why Vedic astrology can explain not just what happens, but when it happens. Timing is one of the greatest strengths of this system. Let's summarize what we have covered. Vedic astrology works by combining karma and tendency, planets as active forces, signs as expression, houses as life areas, and timing through dashas and transits. Nothing is interpreted in isolation, everything is contextual. This is why astrology requires patience. It is not instant, but it is precise. On this channel, we will break these layers down step by step. Each video will focus on one piece: planets, houses, signs, timing, and how they interact. You do not need to memorize everything at once. Understanding builds gradually. Astrology becomes clearer through observation. If this video feels dense, that is normal. This is the structural backbone of Vedic astrology. Everything else sits on top of this foundation. As we continue, you will begin to see patterns. why certain planets matter more in your chart, why certain houses repeat themes, why timing explains change. If this video helped you, I invite you to comment below. Let me know which part you found most interesting or challenging. Your feedback helps guide future content. In the next video, we begin our deep dive into the planets, starting with Saturn, also known as Shani. We will explore why Saturn is misunderstood and what it truly represents. If you want to learn Vedic astrology properly, I invite you to subscribe. New videos will be released regularly, and each video will build on the last. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. Understanding life through the lens of Vedic astrology.